Welcome, children, to your English class. Here I will begin Chapter 7 Birth by A.J. Cronin. This chapter belongs to your supplementary English reader book, that is, Snapshot. Let's start the chapter. Let's know about the author A.J. Cronin. His full name was Archibald Joseph Cronin. He was born on 19 July 1896. He was a Scottish physician and novelist. His paternal grandparents had emigrated from County Armagh, Ireland, and turned to be glass and china merchants in Alexandria. When he was just 7 years old, his father, who was the insurance agent and commercial traveler, died from the disease of tuberculosis. His writing combined realism with social criticism that won a large Anglo-American readership. Cronin was educated at the University of Glasgow and served as a surgeon in the Royal Navy during the time of the World War I. He practiced in South Wales and then as a medical inspector of mines. During the time of his illness, he had written his first novel in the year 1931 with the name Hatter's Castle. But this story turned to be the bestseller and it was then translated into the 5 languages, and even a movie on the same theme was made. His fourth novel, The Stars Look Down, that was written in the year 1935, it was based on the various social injustice prevalent in the North England. Then he wrote his most famous novel, The Citadel, in the year 1937, which showed how private physicians' greed can distort good medical practice. His subsequent novels include The Green Year in the year 1944, Shannon's Way in the year 1948, The Judas Tree in the year 1961, then A Song of Sixpence in the year 1964. Cronin's strengths were his narrative style and his power of acute observation and graphic description. Children, let's get the information about the story Birth. The chapter Birth is an excerpt collected from the novel The Citadel, written by A.J. Cronin. It revolves around the life and experience of a Dr. Andrew Manson, who just graduated out of the medical school. It is an account how the newly graduated medical practitioner he helped in bringing into the world the child of his close friend Joe and Suzanne into this world, despite himself was that moment going through a tough time in his personal life. Let's now know the story. Let's explore the theme of the story. The story expresses the idea that selfless deeds done to save somebody always provide the most satisfying feeling in the world. Such deeds always provide immense joy and the peace to our minds. One Andrew saved the lives of the mother and stillborn child. He forgot all about his personal problems. Hence, handling the case gave him the immense feeling of joy, and he got the impression that he had really achieved something real in the life. As I have already informed you, the story Birth is an excerpt drawn from the novel The Citadel. It relates how a medical fresher handles a child delivery case in a mysterious way and brings back life in the stillborn child. In doing so, he applies his medical textbook knowledge as well as his intuition. Hence, the story expresses the anxiety and excitement of the Dr. Andrew Manson. At the beginning of the story, it is narrated how Andrew Manson, who had just passed out from the medical school, was returning home after a disappointing evening with his girlfriend Kristen. It was midnight, and when he reached near his house, he was requested by his friend Joe Morgan to attend his wife immediately, as his wife was expecting her first child. Andrew agreed to go despite the late night. On reaching to the house of Joe Morgan, he found that the condition of Mrs. Morgan was quite critical. Furthermore, the subsequent section of the story narrates how, after the long hard struggle of the complete hour, a child was born at the start of the day. But when doctor looked at the child, he was horrified to find that the child was stillborn. That means it was dead. In the meanwhile, he noticed the condition of the mother still need the immediate attention because of the loss of blood and labor pain. Finally, he decided he would first work to restore the life and energy into the Placid Lady. Thus, using all his knowledge and intuition, Dr. Andrew puts more efforts to revive the child. Hence, almost half an hour of the frantic and continuous efforts, he succeeds and brings back the lifeless child to the world. Now, this is the time to know about the main characters of the story. The first main character is Dr. Andrew Manson, who is the newly qualified medical practitioner. He started his job as an assistant to a very famous senior doctor named Dr. Page in his small mining town, Welsh. Next character is Joe Morgan, who is a well-built person in his 40s. He also belongs to the same small Welsh town of Blaneley. He was working as a driller at the mines. He has been married for 20 years but still have not got any child so far. Next character is of Mrs. Susan Morgan, who is the wife of Joe Morgan. She is expecting her first child. So her husband and mother-in-law were quite nervous because she was going to deliver the child before time. Next is Morgan's mother. She is a tall, grey-haired, a strong woman of nearly 70 years of age. And one more is the midwife. She is an experienced nurse who helped in the birth of the child. We will find this lady in contrast with the Dr. Andrew, as we will find Dr. Andrew is full of optimism, efficiency and well-trained man. But in contrast, we will find this lady to be fearful and untrained. Look at the chapter Birth by A.J. Cronin. See the first paragraph. Though it was nearly midnight when Andrew reached Bryangower, he found Joe Morgan waiting for him, walking up and down with short steps between the closed surgery and the entrance to the house. Surgery means here a place where doctor, dentist or other medical practitioner treats or advises a patient. Here the story begins with the description of Andrew, this doctor. He reached his house at around 12 o'clock at night. There he caught the sight of his old friend Joe Morgan, who was waiting excitingly and making the walk up and down the stair between his small clinic and the entrance to his house. At the sight of him, the burly driller's face expressed relief. Burly, that means large and strong. Driller is the person who works at the drilling. However, to see the face of the Dr. Andrew, a heavily built driller, Joe, he took a long breath of relief. That means he felt satisfied now to see the doctors returning back to his home. Hey, doctor, I'm glad to see you. I've been back and forward here this last hour. The missus want ye before time to. Ye term is the old written form used for the word the. Now, the driller, Joe Morgan, who was waiting for the arrival of the doctor, he expressed his feelings before the doctor that he was feeling quite happy to see the doctor back to his home. He tells Andrew that he had been waiting for him for about an hour as his wife, who was expecting the child, needs the doctor. There would be before time delivery of the wife. Andrew abruptly recalled from the contemplation of his own affairs, told Morgan to wait. Abruptly, that means suddenly and unexpectedly. Contemplation, that means to have deep reflective thoughts. That is the act of deep thinking. However, on hearing the critical situation of his friend's wife, Andrew abruptly came back from the flashback of his unpleasant experiences. He informed Joe Morgan to wait for him. He went into the house for his bag and then together they set out for number 12, Blina Terrace. Without wasting a single moment, the doctor went inside the house to bring his medical bag and then together they started their walk towards the house of Joe Morgan. The night air was cool. It is told that there was quite cold that night and the streets were seeming to be very silent, which made it more mysterious. Mysterious, that means full of suspense. Mystery means suspense. Here it is told the night was quite cold. So the streets were also silent because there was no one outside due to the extreme cold, which made the night more mysterious. That means full of suspense. Listless, that means having no energy or enthusiasm. Andrew, it is told, who was generally a man full of life and the spirit. He was also silent and was lacking any energy or strength. He had no premonition that this night call would prove unusual, still less that it would influence his whole future in Blaneley. Premonition is the strong feeling that makes us aware about something unpleasant going to happen. Unusual, that means uncommon. However, it is described the doctor Andrew had not this idea how this night call to help his friend's wife was going to prove to be quite unusual. That was going to influence his whole life in the city of Blenheim. He had not a single idea how this night had in store for him. The two men walked in silence until they reached the door of number 12. Then Joe drew up short. Thus they started, now walking silently together till they reached number 12 Balina Terrace, that is the residence of Joe Morgan. But there, very strangely, Joe, he hesitated. He was reluctant to make the entry into his own house. I will not come in, he said. His voice showed signs of strain. But man, I know he will do well for us. Strain means stress. He informed the doctor he did not intend to get entry into the house now. His voice that moment revealed the level of stress over this man. The doctor understood as this family was expecting the child after the long period of 20 years of their married life. So, Joe was full of tension and was under pressure. But he revealed his full confidence on the doctor who could handle the situation. Inside a narrow stair led up to a small bedroom, clean but poorly furnished and lit only by an oil lamp. Here, Mrs. Morgan's mother, a tall, grey-haired woman of nearly 70, and the stout, elderly midwife waited beside the patient, watching Andrew's expression as he moved about the room. Stout means rather fat or heavily built. Midwife is a lady who is trained to assist women who was giving the delivery. The moment Andrew made the entry into the house, he found the staircase which was leading to the small bedroom of Mrs. Morgan was rather small in the width. He even found the bedroom was not so lavish or luxurious, though it was poorly furnished, but he found it to be neat and clean. And that moment it was lit by the earthen oil lamp. Inside the room he found there was sitting Joe Morgan's mother-in-law. The lady was of around 70 years of age, with the average height and grey hair. Along with her, there was also a fat and healthy midwife who was going to assist the childbirth over there. The midwife was also the elderly lady. They both were sitting beside Mrs. Morgan and waiting for the arrival of the doctor. Both the ladies were sitting beside and they were keenly observing that moment the expressions of the doctor as he went inside the room. Both the ladies were sitting beside the patient and were waiting eagerly for the response of the doctor at that moment. Let me make you a cup of tea, Dr. Bash, said the farmer quickly after a few moments. Bash is the term used as an endearment more often for the personal name of someone, just like a dear child or dear son. Farmer means first one. Now, looking at that moment, the doctor was leaving and going outside. The sweet lady, that is Mrs. Morgan's mother, she offered the doctor a cup of tea. She addressed the doctor with this term to display her affections and the feelings. Andrew smiled faintly. He saw that the old woman, wise and experienced, realized there must be a period of waiting, that she was afraid he would leave the case, saying he would return later. Smiled faintly, that means smile with less energy or smile with the lack of spirit. Now, to get the pleasing words of this lady, the doctor understood the intentions of the lady. He, now understanding and anticipating the period of waiting still, the lady got worried about the doctor's leaving the case in such situation. So the lady had offered the cup of tea to the doctor. The doctor also understood the intelligence of this experienced and old lady. So he gave her quite gentle and faint smile to console this lady by giving the assurance that he was not going to leave the case and would leave the house. Don't fret, mother. I will not run away. Fret means fear. So he gave the assurance to the lady he was not going to leave the house and this case. Down in the kitchen, he drank the tea, which he gave him. Overwrought as he was, he knew he could not snatch even an hour's sleep if he went home. Overwrought means tired, or this is the state of anxiety. Downstairs in the kitchen, he took the tea which was served by this old but experienced lady. Though he was physically and mentally disturbed due to his personal life experience, but he knew it very well. If he would go back home, he was not going to get an hour's worth of sleep. Though he was new in this medical line, but still he was well aware that here the situation demanded his full attention as the lady's health was not so good. A quiver lethargy of spirit came upon him. He decided to remain until everything was over. Quiver means strange. Lethargy, that means laziness or lack of energy or spirit. Though a strange laziness was falling upon him due to his own bitter experience. But he decided in his mind that he would stay at the place till his whole duty would be over. An hour later, he went upstairs again, noted the progress made, came down once more, sat by the kitchen fire. Hence, when almost an hour was past, the doctor went upstairs again to make check upon Mrs. Morgan. He found still there was a time in the delivery. So he again came down and sat near the kitchen fire. It was still, except for the rustle of a cinder in the grate and the slow tick tock of the wall clock. Rustling is the soft, muffled crackling sound. Cinder is a small piece of partly burnt coal or wood that has stopped giving off flames, but still has combustible matter in it. Great, this is the metal frame for holding coal in the fireplace. See the image over here. It was that moment of the night when there was stillness at the every place, and the only sounds which were being heard, it was of the burning of the coal in the grate and also of the slow tick tock moment of the wall clock. No, there was another sound, the beat of Morgan's footsteps as he paced in the street outside. Paced, that means walked. Along with these sounds of the burning piece of coal and the tick tock sound of the clock, there was the mingling of one more sound, that was of Joe's footsteps, which he was making outside the house. The old woman opposite him sat in a black dress, quite motionless, her eyes strangely alive and wise, probing, never leaving his face. Probing means searching or discovering. I was sitting in the kitchen along with the doctor. They were sitting the old lady. That was Mrs. Morgan's mother. She was wearing her black dress and she was sitting quietly and was looking at the doctor constantly with her wise and experienced eyes. Her eyes were full of hope and was that moment searching for the reason of some hope from the doctor. His thoughts were heavy, muddled. The episode he had witnessed at Cardiff Station still obsessed him morbidly. Muddled, that means mixed up or confused. Episode means event. Obsessed, that means completely filled the mind. Morbidly means sadly. Hence, it is told that it was clear that the earlier unpleasant moments with the doctor that happened with him at the Cardiff station in the evening, it was still haunting his mind. That's why his thoughts were quite upset and his mind was disturbed. He thought of Bramble, foolishly devoted to a woman who deceived him sordidly, of Edward Page, bound to the shrewish blood van, of Danny, living unhappily apart from his wife. Sordidly means immorally or dishonesty. Andrew started thinking of his friends and acquaintances who had the bitter experience in their love and marriage. First of all, he thought of his friend Bramble, who was senselessly devoted to a lady who cheated him very bitterly. Then he thought of his senior doctor, Dr. Edward Page, of his senior doctor, Edward Page, who was also committed to a dominating woman named Blood Van. Then, in his mind, was reflected the thoughts about another friend, Danny, who was living away from his wife and was not so happily living in his life. His reason told him that all these marriages were dismal failures. Dismal means the thing or the feeling which caused the gloom or depression. Hence, thinking about all these people, he made the mind that all the marriages of his friends and the senior were full of disappointments and depressions. It was a conclusion which, in his present state, made him wince. Wince means full of pain. Thinking about all the miseries of these people, it made Andrew to feel cringe and depressed. He wished to consider marriage as an idyllic state. Yes, he could not otherwise consider it with the image of Christine before him. Idyllic, that is the state of peacefulness and happiness. Hence, it is told Andrew always wished to believe that the institution of the marriage should be the state of cheerfulness and peacefulness. However, Andrew always wished to believe that the institution of the marriage should be cheerful one. It must ensure peace and companionship. Now, he had no reason to believe in this. One, his girlfriend Christine's shining eyes came before his mind. It was the conflict between his level, doubting mind, and his overflowing heart, which left him resentful and confused. Resentful, that means feeling bitter or angry at having been treated unfairly by someone. It was no doubt Andrew was facing the conflict in his mind and heart. That means he was losing his balance of mind due to the deceive given by his girlfriend Christine. That's why his heart and soul were in disagreement about such behavior. He let his chin sink upon the chest, stretched out his legs, stared broodingly into the fire. Brooding, that means preoccupied with depressing or painful memories, or otherwise we can say worrying. Resting his chin on the chest and pulling out his legs, he started now glancing at the fireplace. He was still disturbed at the thoughts of his girlfriend. He remained like this so long, and his thoughts were so filled with Kristen, and that he started when the old woman opposite suddenly addressed him. However, he sat quite in this position for a long time. His mind was still preoccupied with the memories of his girlfriend until it was broken up with the words of the old lady who was sitting just in front of the doctor. Her meditation had pursued a different course. Pursued means followed. Hence it is informed. The thoughts and the imagination of this lady, it was moving and proceeding in the different direction as she was lost in the dreams about the birth of a grandchild. So she could not read the mind of the doctor. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you have well understood the explanation. For all your doubts and the queries, you can make call or text me.